We here at the Gaming Saloon Rift Tracks always support any and all that are involved in the creation and distribution of any show we feature, and will encourage any of those watching to support the official release. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to you live from the outskirts of the internet. This is the Gaming Saloon of Tracks for December 27th, 2014, with your host, Peacemaker2448.
Rampant Epsilon.
And Tommy Gun 2442.
My lag keeps on bouncing.
You mean your pen? Ping?
Yes,
Wow.
my pen keeps bouncing.
Well, stop using telekinesis on it. Concentrate on the show.
No.
Okay. I'm gonna draw on you.
Oh. Well,
Dang it, you don't have to draw app up.
I forgot to tell you this, but we've had one of the strangest Twitter accounts follow us on the TG Saloon account.
What account followed us?
I am scared to find out.
Plato quotes.
Why?
What?
Yes. It is a Twitter account full of Plato quotes.
Why would they follow us? And his mic muted him.
Fuck you, Hangouts. Fuck you. Stop muting my mic. I don't need you to cover up the fact that I'm fucking typing or clicking things. Fuck off.
Especially saying as how the mic is not picking it up.
No, it's not. At all. I can't even hear it.
Oh,
It's not like my keyboard is fucking loud or anything. But yes, Plato quotes follow us on the TG Saloon Twitter.
But why?
I don't know.
Did one of us say a Plato quote and didn't even know it?
No.
Is one of us a poet and don't know it?
No.
I was waiting for the boo.
You
Also,
don't even deserve
ABE
it.
Games decided to follow me on Twitter, and I was like, who?
Who?
Apparently you're a board and card game maker. Or publisher. I say maker, publisher. They make RAR, Iron Siege, Duck Duck Go, Rolling Freight, and the Order of the Stick Adventure game.
Okay. Not even gonna question it. Okay.
I don't know why they started to follow me on Twitter, but I'll... Well. Hi, everybody. We got something that I have no idea how the hell how it's gonna turn out this week.
Are we not gonna acknowledge that this is the last Rift Tracks of this year?
Well, now that someone mentioned that, I guess we have to.
Yep. It's last Rift Track of the year. Even though we're not doing anything like a year in review, whatnot, because we're in the middle of a season.
Yes.
Nope. But yeah, it's the last Rift Tracks of the year. I figured we'd bring it up and, you know, just kind of, yay, we've had a good, semi-good year when it came to Rift Tracks. Ah, who am I kidding? This year's kind of been boring.
Alright. But yeah, Blue Exorcist, first 2 episodes. I don't know.
Shall I explain what the show is about?
Sure.
Okay. Blue Exorcist is about these 2 twins. Now, the thing about these 2 twins is they were raised in a home with some random person who they believed is their father. However, they come to find out in their teen years that their father is actually Satan. And then demons start trying to come into the world and take it over. So they vow to become exorcists and destroy their father.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
What's your idea of this? Just from that.
I'll be honest. That doesn't like get me all up in a tizzy because I'm just like, oh, another show that has Satan involved in its plot. I haven't seen a few of those shows. Yes, Satan has fathered a child. You're not that interesting, Blue Exorcist. I'm just saying that now.
But they're trying to destroy Satan, so isn't it special?
No. Everyone tries to destroy Satan in their own goddamn show, to some extent.
But but they're exorcists and they're blue.
And that is supposed to be interesting. How?
Cause exorcism is rad.
You're reaching very hard right now.
Yes.
Like, super hard. Alright. Well, we can talk about Drive for a bit. Before we get into Blue Exorcist.
Y'all have fun with that. I'm gonna mute my thing.
I was gonna say and Q Glock muting his headset.
Mm-hmm.
I can't hear y'all. About to make it where y'all can't hear me. Poke me on TeamSpeak
No.
when you're done.
No.
Well, that confirms he's not listening anymore.
Yes.
Well, episode... Wait, how about I say 12? No, it's 11. The end of this whole... Inhuman Christmas... I forgot the name. Unholy Christmas Eve.
Yes.
I forgot the name of it for a second, even though I've been writing it like 3 weeks in a row. And I've italicized it a couple times when they refer to it as the book and not the event that's going to happen. Yeah. I actually find out that the dead system that he was talking about in the previous episode is actually inside him, which I thought was a little interesting. And a part of me is wondering if that's what's going to lead to dead heat.
Maybe.
Because I just got that feeling like Tamari made a reference to dead heat. Well, foreshadowing the dead heat. It's not referencing when it doesn't exist yet. Or at least in show. And toys, yes, it exists already because we've seen previews for it. And the fact that I think he might be the first one to end up dead in terms of the Roadmew executives. He may not last much longer.
I don't know. Because, I mean, Hart kind of seems like he's the one that's kind of running the show.
Mm-hmm.
I think he might wind up being one of those final villain, but not really powerful enough to be final villain kind of concepts.
Maybe he'll get depowered to get dead heat.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, Tamari gets out of the whole situation because Amazing Circus, Roadwinter, and... Not Amazing Circus. Amazing Circus was in this week's episode. Colorful Commercial, Roadwinter, and Deco Traveler. Which I love color commercials. It's like, I can project holograms! And that's all I can do, really. Musik got really worried about Tamari again, because he almost died again.
Yes.
Literally, this is the second time he's almost died, and we're only at episode 11. 11 episodes in, and Tamari's almost died twice. That has to be a record. I swear it has to be, because no one's been on death's door twice in less than 10 episodes.
I swear, if they keep this up, everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, Tamari's gonna die by the end of this," because I swear he keeps flirting with it.
Yeah. We found out just what Chase is, which is what we all thought he was based off the preview. Roid Mew 000.
Yeah, but Buckle's reaction, I don't know. I have a funny feeling that's supposed to point at something.
I think, looking at it all together, I think Buckle initially recognized Chase's human form as somebody he knows. But he knows that person's dead, so he knows he's not him, and he knows the Roid Mutes copy people, so he's like, oh, well, I know who he is. And once he find out he has the proto-drive system, he's like, oh, they must have reworked proto-drive stuff to give it to him, to give him this Chase form. And then once he sees Roid Mew 000, he finally puts it all together, and that 000 was proto-drive, and then Chase. I think that's the chain of reasoning Buckle has had, but he hasn't said 2 damn words to anyone throughout the course of the show.
That sounds right. Anyhow.
Because I think Buckle's initial surprise at his human form might have been just, how are you? And then he reasoned it away. And he's slowly been trying to piece it together in the back end while he's not said 2 damn words to anybody, because that's Buckle's character. Oh, I don't talk about things. I just hold back the truth. I don't lie. I just don't say anything. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised that at some point in January, Chase's identity is revealed.
Yeah, because now they're getting too close to be continuously playing around like this.
Yeah, and especially with recent scans showing Mock and Chase together, Chase is going to put together who he used to be, and he's going to switch sides. And considering what Mock can do, based off this episode, I think 2 of them together might be able to do what one of them can't. I think. Because I don't think Mock can blow up cores either. Because he destroys a monster in this week's episode, but he doesn't blow up a core. Now, I'm not sure whether that's timing or whether Mock just can't do it.
Could just be timing. Because, keep in mind, there was one Roid Mew that even Tomari couldn't completely destroy.
True.
So, it could just be timing.
Mm-hmm. So we had that. We had Chase letting Tamari go to stop the unholy night.
Which I think that steams back from what you've said.
Yeah. That's that bit of proto-drive showing through in his personality. A small bit, but I think whatever they've done to proto-drive to turn him into Chase is slowly wearing off.
It's whatever Brian's done. Because I would have a funny feeling he would be the one to have the power to do that.
I don't know. Hart's awful trusting of Chase no matter what. Even when he went against their orders, he was like, oh, I won't worry about him. Whereas Brain was vehemently upset. So it seemed like whatever happened to Prototype, it was Heart's call, not Brain's.
Hmm.
Because Heart's awful trusting a Chase.
True.
Especially for someone he supposedly killed. Because Buckle admits it himself as like, yeah, Hart killed Prototype. Which puts this whole relationship between the two in a much darker sense.
Yeah.
It's like, I killed you and then I remade you. Of course, I also wonder if Medic somehow plays in this, which we got. Sheep showed up this episode.
Oh, of
Revived.
course.
I think reawakened, not technically revived.
Yeah, that's kind of how they played it off, anyhow.
Yeah. So I wonder why was she asleep to begin with? But, oh.
There was a couple little things that I thought was neat that they tossed in there. They kind of made. Did you catch where they not only made a reference to Episode 0, but to the crossover movie?
Yes, all in like quick succession too.
Yeah, that was one of those I would not have expected both.
Yeah. So I guess that puts Full Throttle at some point before this entire arc, or some point after. I would assume it's some point after the Type Technique debut episode. So somewhere in like in between episodes of this arc.
Is Technique in the movie?
Yes.
Huh.
I've seen Technique in, I think, opening shots, but I've also seen the Chef Car Technique in there. So Technique's in there along with Trideron Technique as well.
Okay, well, you know what? Actually, that would make sense.
Yeah.
Because we know there was a gap between the last part of this arc and the first episode.
Yeah.
We don't know exactly how big of a gap, so that could make sense the movie could fit in there.
Yeah. Because for context, folks, if you were wondering, the guy for the main villain from episode 0 makes reference to Lupin, the main villain of the Drive portion of Full Throttle, and he makes reference in the fact of Tomari caught him, which puts it after the movie. Because spoilers, Tomari catches Lupin. I know, super spoiler.
I don't think you technically can classify that as a spoiler. Because, I mean, I would hope the hero catches the villain.
True. And plus, that's only like 1/3 of the movie in terms of plot. There's still the 2/3 that encompass the Kamen crossover portions that Lupin has nothing to fucking do with.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you know the main villain of the Kamen portion? Yeah, he's the main villain for like for the rest of the movie.
Oh, wow.
Lupin's just the villain for the Drive portion. The main threat is what Gaim has to deal with.
Wow.
Lupin kind of Lupin. To be fair, Lupin does help set up the crossover portion in terms of the villain material, but he's not a part of the final crossover portion.
So it's really not all his fault.
Well, it's because of what he has.
Ah.
I don't know if you remember what exactly he has. It's in the opening. The Roid Me body number ZZZ.
Ah.
That one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that little thing is what leads to the rest of the movie. But anyway. Yeah, that and what else did you notice?
That was the two things I was like, oh, wow. But
Okay.
I'm kind of actually surprised at how they did that. There wasn't a huge reference to either one of them.
No, not
And
really.
they kind of explained it enough. Because even if you didn't watch episode 0, then I mean, this would have still made sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because he still explains that he's the guy that he caught before he came to work there. And we would have knew that would have had to have been prior to all the shit that's unfolded.
Yeah, episode 0 actually takes place like 12 hours, right? No, 16 hours before the Global Freeze event. So it predates everything we've seen in the series.
Yeah.
And we see Tamari and Hase on a case, which involves the guy who was arrested. I forget his name offhand.
I don't remember his name either.
I'll have my review pulled up at the moment. But it involves them investigating him. It involves Protodrive, of course, because that's what they were billing it as, is, hey, here's your first look at Protodrive in full. And while it doesn't give us much that we didn't already know, but it just kind of confirms Chase's Protodrive because they use the same actor for both. Just saying.
Yeah, they could have done that better.
Well, it was on purpose. Because they give Protodrive speaking lines. And it's Chase's actor doing the lines. It's very purposeful. Because you could have easily had him silent the entire portion and not have him say one word or distort his voice. But you did. You just let him speak. It's very purposeful. They're being very purposeful in the fact that they are saying Protodrive and Chase are the same person. I don't think that's the mystery, because
I think they've all but confirmed that at this point.
yeah. To me, the main mystery behind all this is how did this happen? What happened to Protodrive to turn him into Chase? Hell, what happened in the 6 months between the Global Freeze event and when we start the series proper?
Well, that's something I kind of wonder there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we know he's a roid mead. Now, at least.
Yeah.
Because, as we keep finding out, roid meads can take memories from others.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm wondering if there is still a possibility that the true Protodrive is dead, but now this roid mead's kind of copied him.
Mm-hmm. And somehow the memories are starting to affect his personality.
Yeah.
Which, considering he's 000, he's not one of the proper numbers that we know of.
Right.
Maybe he was a prototype rogue Mew who still rebelled, but doesn't have quite the same copy mechanics, where he can still keep his own memories.
And maybe the memories are kind of merging,
Mm-hmm.
causing the big conflict he's having.
Yeah.
Which could also be, if he is a prototype roid Mew, that could be the reason why Hart's like, I'm not too worried about it. Because he would know that he's bugged.
Yeah. And to be honest, without the I forget the name of it, the brake gunner, what can he do? Like, seriously, what can he do without the brake gunner?
Yeah.
And being Chase. Like, he's all but useless. So it's like, oh, if I could just take out the Chase for him, he's done. Granted that you could say the same thing about Drive, but it's being shown that Drive is slowly surpassing Chase. Like, right now, they're kind of on even playing field.
I don't know. I think Technique kind of has that upper hand.
True.
I mean, back when he just had Type Wild, then yeah, they were flat out even playing field.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Technique now, because of how it's designed, might give him just a slight upper hand.
Yeah. So we had that, and we had Giant Monster Spider Fire Core. So I'm like, all right, I'll just accept that this is a thing. Also, poor Kiriko, someone give her a fucking better gun.
Yes, give her something that does something.
And to be honest, it's not like that's improbable. To make a reference to Double, Shroud had a mini version of the Trigger Magnum. Like that was her own personal sidearm in the show. Is a mini version of the Trigger Magnum.
Huh.
I don't know if you ever caught that when you were watching Double.
I don't think I did,
The
actually.
only time she pulled it out was when Axel Trial confronted her directly about her involvement with him becoming Axel. Because I only remember it from one scene, and that's where she's kind of facing off with him. But I distinctly remember she had a Trigger Magnum. It was a small one, but it was a gun. It was a better gun than any normal gun. And considering she made most of the shit that's in Double, like the Lost Driver, Double Driver, the Axel Driver, all that shit she designed. It's all her ideas, so that I'm not surprised she didn't have to. But I'm like, Rena, give Kiriko a better gun.
Seriously.
She has to deal with Roibu shit on a daily fucking basis. And she can take them before they transform. We've seen that. Just take that door gun you have, make a smaller version of it, give it no clip, and there you go.
You do know you'd have to still leave the clip in there because that could make for some funny scenes.
True. But just give her a mini version of the door gun, or hell, just give her just a souped up gun. I mean, Kiriko's still good in the show as her in the role of being Tamari's partner, but at times I feel like you're outclassed here, and the only reason you're outclassed is because someone hasn't given you a better weapon.
Yeah.
Your little service revolver does you no fucking good. I give you all the credit for at least emptying it into somebody, but it ain't helping. I think the last thing to note is Mock had a tease this week, but he shows up in the episode proper this week. And all his fucking flashy ass glory that is just over the top, and I love it for that. Like, if you can't crack a smile at that, I don't know what to tell you. Because that just makes me laugh. Because I'm just like, you are so ridiculous. But I love it. Of course, it helps that his rider suit looks like a stunt man. And he's kind of acting that way. All flashy and dramatic and all this stuff. It also doesn't help that the shift car that's accompanying him is Amazing Circus. Literally, Amazing Circus makes his debut this week as the one from America who's tagging along with Mock.
Oh, Lord.
And he helps Mock out. Do all his fancy bullshit. So I'm not surprised. I know TJ Omega on Twitter was like, nope, out. I'm done with the drive now.
That ain't no way to be.
Of course, next week's episode makes me curious because apparently Drive and Mock are getting into a tussle.
Yeah, I noticed that. I did try when I was trying to catch and see if anyone had gotten up episode 12's Raw, I happened to run across the preview for next week, and I was like, okay, this is raising questions.
Yeah, it's just like, wait, Mox Kiriko's brother, and he's fighting Drive, and I think what it is he's testing Tamari out. That or they had an argument, and then it dragged in the fisticuffs, and Kiriko's gonna break it up. That's what I think happens. It's just the two get into an argument, they tussle it out for a bit, and then Kiriko knocks them both upside the head for being fucking idiots. Oh, also, by the way, I won't ruin the whole joke, but they cash in on the running gag with Oda this week.
Oh Lord.
To be honest, I feel it's too soon to cash it in. But maybe they'll keep it going with now that Mock's in here, and maybe it will become more and more messed up over the course of the show. It just feels like that should have been like an end of the show, just an amalgamation of all of Drive's forms, and a little Mock in there too. Just because it's like, oh, it's the Kamen Rider, even though he's like completely white and has different things. He mistakes him as Drive.
Of course, it would have also been funny if a little bit of Chase got tossed into that.
Oh my god. Amalgamation of all three with all their forms. And Oda's like, this is what the Kamen Rider looks like! And I'm just like, you poor dumb fool, you.
That would be funny.
You're here for one joke and one joke alone.
Yeah, but I did notice in 11 that we kind of see him get serious.
Yeah.
He's usually the goofy one that it's hard to take him serious, even though he's trying to take himself serious.
Mm-hmm.
But this week it kind of is one of those where it seems like he actually has finally figured out to be serious.
Well, the whole team got a little bit more serious this week. Granted, it didn't last long.
Obviously.
But the whole team got a little bit more serious, which I applaud them for. Because right now it seems like outside Arena, the entirety of the SCU is pretty much comic relief.
Yeah.
Because no one's really developed outside of the main three who actually have shit to do. So, but yeah, Oda's back to his normal antics in 12. Don't worry. He's a little serious in the beginning from what I caught, but no, he's back to normal. Well, I will say before we get locked back in here, since I know he's trying to catch up on Arc 5, and by try, I mean he'll get around to it eventually. This past week's episode of Arc 5, damn. They're going farther than I thought they would.
Lord.
Because I've told you my theory on Arc 5 about the disciplines of the various summoning methods, and there's a war between them.
Yes.
It's more than that.
Oh, Lord.
There are dimensions dedicated to the summoning methods.
Huh.
And you know what's more just out there? The two dimensions we know of right now, Fusion and Exceeds, they are based off their respective series that focused on that method. The Fusion dimension has references to GX and the clothing of the students. They even reference an academy. Academia? That's the Fusion dimension. And it looks like the Dual Academy from GX. And they've got the red and the yellow and the blue. And it looks like their uniforms. except they're all evil. Which makes me go, what? And Exceeds, they name drop Heartland, which is the main city where Zexal takes place. Like no ifs, ands, or buts. No, they name drop Heartland multiple times in these last few episodes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and Heartland, demolished. Because Fusion came in, we just started killing people, turning them into cards, wrecking shit, being all evil. I'm sure some people who really did not like Zexal have taken an absolute giddy about that thought. That maybe if these dimensions are the actual, like, eras of Yu-Gi-Oh!, that Yuma's fucking dead. And he died a very horrible death.
Oh, God.
I doubt that. But yeah, I was just like, whoa. So, okay, I know the 2016 Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie is probably going to have nothing to do with Arc 5. But that got me thinking, are they going to, like, towards the end of the show, bring back the 4 main protagonists before Yuya? And, like, do one big crossover to try to set things right? Like, that's my big question. I was like, will they go further? Because right now it just seems like they're, like, different versions of the eras of Yu-Gi-Oh! We know. Like, this Fusion Mansion, it's not GX. It's a different version of GX, in a way. The Exceed Dimension, it's not Zexal. It's a different version of Zexal. To where, like, the main characters that were there don't exist. But it just makes me wonder, it's like, what's going to happen? And that gets me slightly excited to watch Zexal, because I'm like, what more of Zexal are they going to reference? Because I want to see now.
Oh, Lord.
Granted, I know it will not save the fucking show for me at all. But I at least can go, I'm watching Zexal, and I'll catch your references in Arc 5. And that's kind of it. Yeah, I also can't wait for this week's episode, because we got a synchro duelist showing up called Yugo, and he's riding a dual runner. And he's dueling Yuto, Dark Duelist, who's been around for a while, who dropped all this exposition on Yuya, who was just like, you're full of shit. That's literally how he was reacting. It's like, you're full of shit. Like, not bewildered, not that confused by, no, he's calling bullshit. He's like, there's not multiple dimensions. There's not a war. Fuck you. But he slowly started to accept it, and then Yugo shows up on his fucking dual runner, and he duels Yuto on his dual runner. It's not a riding duel from 5Ds. No, he's just dueling him on his dual runner because he feels like it. Which is both a level of ridiculous and awesomeness that I can accept. So I don't think we'll get a proper riding duel in the show. Yeah, I can't wait to see the Raw for the new Arc 5 and help subs for the new episode Arc 5. So I'll get Glock back in here, maybe, if TeamSpeak will respond eventually.
It disconnected me and then reconnected me.
Yeah. Hang on. We'll give him a chance to get in here.
Poke him again.
Okay.
Okay, so hang on. Once I turn the volume up, I got a question.
What?
Why is Redcliffe Village off limits?
And
Inquisition. It
I
said
don't
that
know.
it said specifically that it was because of the Templar and Mage fighting, but wouldn't the Inquisition be excluded from that? considering the Inquisition is kind of like the big dogs that no one can tell no.
I don't think you're at that point yet in the game.
Oh, okay.
Also, I have no idea. All I know is the hinterlands because I've been listening to Soul Biscuits podcast, and they've been talking about the hinterlands whenever they mention Dragon Age Inquisition.
Uh-huh.
The Soul Biscuits is like, fuck, why did I stay around the hinterlands? There's so much more interesting things. And Jesse Cock is like, I like staying in the hinterlands and grinding and doing all that stuff.
I can honestly say I found a sufficient amount of story just in exploring the hinterlands.
Of course, they were also talking about how odd it is to have such an open an open map so early in a game. It's very counterintuitive to normal game design.
Yeah. I think it's cool, though. I like it. I like the way it's set up.
Because you really don't get something like that for the rest of the game. You get the hinterlands, and then you get a lot of smaller maps. And that's kind of it.
Huh.
And for Toe Biscuit, he only really remembered the hinterlands by name. It's like, there's the desert area, and the jungle area, and another area. I remember the hinterlands because I spent too fucking long there.
I wish they would let you go back to Kirkwall. That would be really cool.
Alright. Also, Glock, as your weekly reminder, you need to get caught up on Arc 5.
Okay.
Yeah, that is kind of getting to be a weekly thing.
Yes. Like, I'll tell you right now, Glock, I just dropped on Tommy what the hell they dropped on everybody in episode 36. And it went past what I was theorizing. And I was out there in my theory, in my personal opinion.
Huh.
They went further, and I'm like, holy fuck. Arc 5, you're too damn good. You're outdoing my theories and what you're actually doing in terms of just out there material. Alright. Blue X. What are you gonna say, Clock?
Before we start, I want to go grab something to drink now because I just had noodles and I'm like, ugh, without something to drink.
Alright.
So y'all talk while I get something to drink.
So basically, we procrastinate for him.
Yes.
That's really all that boils down to.
Yeah. I don't think you're gonna go in on the Arc 5, are you, Tommy? Because I think you've said before you're not
At least
interested.
not right now, anyhow.
I've just been really enjoying the show. Doesn't help that I got back into Yu-Gi-Oh! So I'm like, I want to watch the new show that comes out, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so good.
So much better than what we're watching on the show.
Yes. Oh god. Like, here's the like, Taya, she's fucking useless on this show. And regular Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now. Season 1, she's fucking useless. Yuzu, on the other hand, has been an integral part of the plot since day fucking 1. Actually, technically, like, episode 2, where she beat Yuya because Yuya didn't remember how to pendulum summon when he did it in episode 1, which was funny. It's like, I'm gonna do pendulum summoning! Error. But
Why'd it get quiet?
because you came back, and I thought you were going to be like, don't spoil Arc 5 for me. Because I'm talking about Arc 5.
Yeah, don't spoil Arc 5.
Granted, I'm only talking about, like, episode 2.
You didn't talk about episode 2.
No. Well, I was talking about how Yuzu's been, like, an integral part of the story. So she's been a part of the show. Unlike Taya, who's fucking useless.
I still love her superhuman strength in the first episode when she sees him screwing around. He's just like, stop! And then she breaks the computer.
Oh, Yuzu?
Do what?
Oh, Yuzu?
Yeah, her freaking superhuman strength is just ridiculous.
Yuzu is fantastic. She's been a great character to have. Although she has been put through the fucking ringer early.
Yeah. Now to get my noodles so that I have them
Like,
close
I
by.
care about Yuzu, which is more than I can say for Taya.
Taya is useless.
Well, it reminds me of in 5Ds with Akiza. Akiza was an integral part of the story when she was introduced, and she was for the rest of the show.
Who is Akiza?
The Black Rose duelist. The one who uses Black Rose Dragon in 5Ds.
I haven't gotten to that point yet, I don't think.
She's... The thing with 5Ds is that they don't introduce all the main characters for the rest of the show at the same time.
Which is strange, but it works for them.
Yeah. Because I want to say for like the first like 10 episodes, it's Yusei and Jack. And that's it. It's about them having just a, like, I don't like you, we're dueling to settle our fucking grudges.
Yeah.
And then from there, you start to open up 5Ds. You start to get into Rua and Ruka. I'm using the subtitle name, so if you watch the 5Ds dub, these names are going to be foreign to you because they changed, like, Ruka and Rua.
I'm watching the dub.
Oh. You're going to run into a problem with the dub.
What problem?
The entire last arc of the show is cut from the dub.
I'll just watch it in sub then.
The whole final arc, which means Quasar, Lifestream, the entire final two duels, which are some of the best duels of the show, cut.
Why?
Because 4Kids are dicks, I guess. I don't know. I just found it extremely dumb. I'm just like, wow. You cut some of the
retarded producers.
You cut some of the best duels of the show. Like the final duel between Yusei and Jack. Spoilers, by the way. Yusei and Jack duel to end the show because it's kind of a thing. Kind of a thing throughout the show is their relationship. Yeah, those two duel at the end of the show, but it's a really great duel because it kind of takes you through the show in terms of cards.
I'm hoping that their relationship progressively gets better throughout the show.
Oh, it does.
So they become friends again?
Yes.
Jack's done with his whole "I'm better than everybody" crap.
Oh, that whole thing? Oh, yeah, that doesn't last. That doesn't last long. It lasts till like the end of the Fortune Cup. But by the time you get to like the what was it? The Dark Signers arc. Like
that's when they start getting rid of the auto drive, right?
What, the autopilot?
Yeah.
Not at first. The first duel of the Dark Signer arc, they don't. But afterwards, they do, and they give a reason for it.
Probably to be douchebags because they're evil.
No, it's not the Dark Signers that do it.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, the Signers do it willingly. But again, there's a reason for it.
Okay, then.
It kind of gets back to a thing I've said about 5Ds before. Yusei has to go through so much shit throughout this entire show. That first duel for the Dark Signer arc, Yusei's first duel in that arc, yeah, a lot of shit he has to go through.
Is that the one where he has to pull out every single dragon that he has in his deck?
No.
Which one is that one?
There's actually a couple.
The one that they ended up making a part of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro.
Oh, that is like the second to last duel of the show. That is the duel. That is one of the duels they cut from the dub.
Wow.
Yeah,
the one that took God freaking every single card in his deck to freaking beat it.
Yeah, the zone duel. Yeah, that's the final boss duel. That's the final boss of the show duel.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah. It's also a fantastic duel because Zone is a cheating bitch. And by cheating bitch, I mean, like, he uses cards that are so fucking overpowered, it's ridiculous. He uses, like, shit. Well, I can counter with everything don't I? But yeah, the Zone duel, the final final Yusei Jack duel, like, the entire, like, last arc, that's cut. And it's some of the best duels there.
Why would they cut it though?
I don't know. Too dark to dub. 5Ds may have been performing poorly in terms of the dub. I don't know. I just say if you're gonna watch the dub, be at least be aware that where you see the show end is not where the show ends. There is an entire arc they cut. I don't know what else they cut from the dub though. How far are you in on the dub?
I don't remember what episode it was. It was Jack and Yusei's first fight.
Okay, so you haven't even hit the beginning of Yusei's journey throughout Neo Domino City.
No, he literally just got into Domino City and he started the battle.
Ah.
No, it was after that. Because I remember in the battle, all of a sudden, the giant dragon came up and burnt their arms, and they started freaking out over it, and
Oh.
Jack thought that it was his fault. Yeah. Yeah. I'm somewhere near there.
So, okay, so you're about to get where are you on the next episode, or are you at the episode that ends with that? Because I believe the episode ends with that. Because I'm trying to be careful in what I say.
Are you talking about the giant red dragon thing?
Eat the Crimson Dragon, yes.
Yeah, that thing. That interesting, explosive. That dragon was created by an explosion, which still baffles me in a card game.
It's not created by an explosion.
How was it created? Okay.
The dragon wasn't created. You're gonna get more into that, but don't worry. That thing will be popping up a lot more once you get later on.
Oh, okay. All right.
And those things that are burned, that you said were burned, they're not burned.
They're like tattoos, aren't they?
Technically not. They're birthmarks.
Oh. Okay.
Jack's had his for a long time.
And yet he thought it was Yusei's fault. I'm lost. Okay.
Technically, Jack's had his for a long time.
Well, anyway, yeah.
Yeah, you're about to get to the duel that proves Yusei is a tactical fucking genius.
What duel proves that?
Actually, 2 duels prove that. You're about to get to those 2 duels that prove that. Because the next 2 duels you're going to see, Yusei doesn't use his deck. He uses other people's decks. Well, actually, he uses one person other's deck, and he uses another deck in the next one.
Great.
Like,
that boy is freaking good. I don't care what you say. He is good.
I agree with Sonic Blue Guy. Sonic Blue Sky said on Twitter, he is the best duelist in terms of the protagonist in the show, in the franchise.
Aw, you mean the main character of Zexal isn't better?
Okay. Yuma can fucking Destiny Draw as a power. Yusei, on the other hand, can turn whatever he's got in his hands on top of whatever the fuck what he gets on off a draw, and wins the duel. He can turn the situation around. Yuma gets fucking lucky.
Every time.
And when Yusei gets lucky, they show he gets fucking lucky. They make no qualms about it.
So they don't play it off like it's normal?
No. I also say this, you say cheats death quite a bit, too.
Cheats death.
Yes.
Oh god. It's gonna be one of those. Alrighty then.
Yeah. You say badass. Like I said, he has to go through so much shit throughout the course of the show. Honestly, he goes through more than I think any other protagonist does.
Wow.
So I don't think anyone else has had to go through the same stuff he's went through. Closest one, I think, is Jaden from GX.
Jaden's one of those, he's happy no matter what, as long as he's dueling.
Well, you don't know what happens to him at the end of GX. I know what happens to him towards the end of GX.
Oh god. Something bad happens or something good happens?
Something kind of bad happens.
Don't tell me he loses all conviction to duel.
No.
He loses the ability to duel.
Nope.
He loses something?
He doesn't lose anything.
I'm okay.
Well, when I say what happens, it's what he decides to be towards the end of GX for a while.
What does he decide to be?
Okay, spoilers for GX. Jaden turns heel.
Wait, what?
Yes. Towards the end of GX, Jaden turns fucking heel.
Why would he turn heel?
That I'm unsure of, but that happens. That is a thing that happens in GX, I'm aware of.
Why, though? That makes no sense.
Anyway, we're getting off track.
We're always getting off track. Are you kidding me?
Yep.
This is normal.
The devil resides in human souls, and Gehenna Gate?
The second episode... yeah, Gehenna Gate.
Okay. I was just like, I'm gonna assume that's how you pronounce it. I assume. But yeah. We got these 2 episodes of a show. All I know is there was a haunted kitchen in an episode because reasons.
They don't need an explanation. Shut up.
A haunted kitchen that makes you food but gets angry when you make food for yourself.
Yep.
That is legitimately a thing that happens. Legit.
Because reasons.
I don't know what to think going into this. I'm gonna hope it's good. But what I've seen doesn't like enthuse me or like angers me. It just makes me go, the fuck?
It just makes you wonder what the heck you're watching.
Is this like the normal? Is this like a bad episode? Is this the good episode? Is this a good episode? Like, starting off with a haunted kitchen that makes you food is probably not the best introduction for a show.
No, probably not. And honestly, I've never seen this show either, so I'm going in just as blind as you are.
Wonderful.
And Tommy makes us 3.
Yep.
I just wanted to try it out because I've heard so many people talk about this show.
I have heard nothing about this fucking show.
Same here. You
I
know,
forget that I'm also in a high school with a bunch of anime people.
That helps. But even then, I'm like, is this like an underrated, like an understated anime? Like, is it?
I don't know. All I know is everyone that I've heard of that watched this show seemed to like it for some reason or another.
Well, people say they like Gurren Lagann. And we all know how I feel about that show.
Shut up! That show's amazing.
You say the show's amazing. I say I don't care for it one goddamn bit.
Why? Because boobs?
Because it's just...
Because Boogs. Don't lie.
No, it's not that. It's
That's the
just it's
reason.
so like over explosive that it forgets to have some good characters at times. At least for those first two episodes, and I'm like, and also, oh god, this dialogue is just like you're speaking nonsense. Like whatever philosophical bullshit you're trying to say makes no goddamn sense. Also, I've seen some of shit, I forgot the name of it. The new thing that Guy Next did.
That what?
The new thing that Kill a Kill. I've seen like an episode of Kill a Kill, and I was like, I'm
Never
out.
seen it.
It's
Never seen it.
it's the same people who made Gurren Lagann. Guy Next.
Uh,
It's their new show that apparently is really fucking good. But I'm like, I saw one episode, I didn't care, I'm out.
You
is
know,
it bad or what? Is it just one of those shows that you didn't like care for it, or
It feels like Gurren Lagann, in all honesty, in terms of it's got the problems that I don't have problems I have with Gurren Lagann in that show.
so basically, Glock, you would love it.
Yes.
well, I don't know because I'm funky about my shows. Like specific shows I like and specific shows I don't. I have had someone make I have seen animators make one show and it be basically the same as another one of their shows that I love to death and I don't care for it because I don't know. So it really depends on the show. I don't know how to explain it.
In terms of tone and like how characters act in dialogue, it feels like Gurren Lagann, so I think you'd feel right at home. In all honesty.
Possibly.
Okay. It has clothing that works off the blood of whoever wears it and gives them superpowers. The main protagonist of the show wields half of a pair of scissors as a weapon.
Ah.
And the plot of the show revolves around her going to the school, trying to find out who the fuck killed her dad with the whole of the pair of scissors that she's holding the half of.
What?
Yep, I understand why you dropped that one.
To be honest, I can probably say Gurren Lagann in that same way. That's why I say you feel right at home, because it feels like, yes, this seems like a Gynax show, and I'm out, because it's not my thing.
I'd have to watch it to give any real perspective of what I feel on it. Yet
on
again,
Crunchyroll.
I'll say it again. It depends on the show. I can't just jump into a show and have it be somewhat similar to one show and fall in love with it. It has to actually be something I like.
It's up on Crunchyroll, the whole thing. I
You
think
know
they're
what's
just now
bad?
releasing the dub. What?
The simple fact of now that you've mentioned that to him, combine that alongside of Glock's inability to watch any show, will equal us winding up watching that next season.
No. I'm honestly... I've heard the name of it before, but I just wasn't interested in it.
It made its rounds on the internet, and people really enjoyed it. Kind of like how people really like JoJo Bizarre Adventure, but I watched like 2 episodes of that, and I'm like, I'm out!
What the frick is that?
I wouldn't even know where to begin with JoJo.
Oh, Lord.
Okay.
I'll try to figure out how to say it when we're watching this episode.
Alright, well...
Which, if you guys are watching along with us, the links to the videos are in the description below.
Yeah, Yeah, we're watching more Hulu. Yay.
Yeah.
Official watching of things.
So we're gonna be kind of giving a little bit of time while ads get played.
Yeah.
And I might not have any ads on the first episode if Hulu didn't lie to me.
Oh.
It gave me one of those little quiz things that told me I wouldn't have any for the rest of the episode if I did it.
Oh. That
Well,
happened.
we've got ads at 2.
Oh, I still see where the ads are placed.
Oh, okay.
It's just
Well, Hulu
unless
lies for some reason, so I'm going to have ad skipping, apparently.
it's just one of those. Unless Hulu lied to me, I won't have to sit through ads.
Yeah.
I'll just
I know
have to wait on you guys.
I know ad block doesn't work because Hulu detects ad block and is like, you're using ad block. Turn that shit off. Why you being an ass?
Actually, it's never told me that. I have it on, but I know it doesn't work, and I
don't
don't
know.
care.
I turned mine on because I was gonna be like, I screw their ads, and the ads still play.
Yeah.
It's like assholes.
It detected my ad block when I had it disabled for Hulu. And I'm like, it's disabled. What do you want me to do? Like, I can't turn it off any more than I have. I have it literally disabled for Hulu. I even did your little thing about ad block and in disabling it on Hulu. So I don't know what you want me to do. I got it disabled. Leave me alone.
It wants you to completely uninstall it.
Well,
It's trying to make a better person out of you.
well, they can tell that to every website that has annoying fucking loud ass ads play randomly.
Exactly.
Okay, but anyway, yeah. Blue Exorcist, the devil resides in human souls.
Alright, we're starting up episode 1 in 3, 2, 1, go.
Aniplex.
Oh, Sword Art Online 2 wrapped up this past week. Really good. Depressing as fuck though on this recent part, but it's really good. Pray. I must pray harder. Or chant. I guess it's chanting. I was about to say, doing the cross thing is not pray. Is not chanting. That's praying.
We are watching the sub, right?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure y'all
I
are
was about to
watching
say,
the same
there's
thing.
only one thing on Hulu, so I assume it's the sub.
What the heck?
Don't you know? Getting possessed causes spontaneous explosions. I think
Causes blood from the eyes and then bursting into flames.
blue flames too, which means they're hotter. That's actually true, by the way.
My video froze, and it's like the audio is playing, but the video itself froze.
Oh, fucking hell.
Hopefully it'll fix itself in the ad.
Okay. I was about to say, there isn't much except being like, some guy punching people and, hey, we got the opening.
Yep.
And by opening, I mean a title card.
Yep.
Great.
That was ad for you guys, wasn't
Yes.
it?
Like, as soon as the title card came up, it's like, well, now ad. Because we don't have an opening. I guess until, like, the second episode. And I had, like, 90 seconds to start with, so.
You guys will have to tell me time code when yins come out. Because
I got
Hulu
90
didn't lie to
seconds.
me. I don't have ads in this first one.
Oh.
Wait. 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 Wait.
Well, I could probably be able to tell you better because I have it on my TV, so I'm like, I can't tell time codes without moving windows and moving things.
Mine is broken.
Oh, goody. I still got 40 seconds.
It's as if there's no ad there, but at the same time, when I click on the screen, it brings up an ad thing.
Okay, I think I figured out how to describe JoJo. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure
Oh Lord.
initially is about Joseph Joestar dealing with some guy I can't remember the name of at the moment, who's a vampire. And then it's about the various people in his family dealing with vampires. Them all being related to this same guy who keeps coming back and haunting them over and over and over and over and over again.
Because he's a douche?
Yes! Dio! That's his name, Dio.
Eh.
208 approximately?
Ah, ads.
That's where I'm gonna say we're at.
208.
Yes.
120 seconds of ads now. Give me a few minutes.
But that's like the best way I can describe JoJo. I'm sure there are better ways to explain it, but it's not one continuous story for how many ever episodes there are and how much of the manga there is. It's more like this part is about this member of the Joestar family, and now this part is about this next person in the line of the Joestars. So it's more of a compilation story. They also have a video game that apparently is pretty decent. Oh, and in terms of like what the characters can do, I believe in like the third part, the various characters can summon stands, which are essentially personas that only other stand users can see. And one of the stand users is a dog.
More ads! Jesus Christ!
Oh, I'm surprised. No reaction from Glock.
I'm sorry, what?
Do I need to start over?
Yes.
And in terms of powers in the third part, people can use stands, which are essentially personas that can only be seen by other stand users. And one of the stand users is a dog.
Wait, what?
Yes.
A a a a, a dog?
To be fair, Persona 3 has a dog that can use a persona. I was gonna wait for Glock to ask me which persona it was, since all the personas are mythologically based.
I really kind of want to know.
Okay, I'll let you guess.
What do you mean you're unable to load a message from your sponsors? You've been able to bring out. Oh my god, Hulu.
Hulu done broke for you.
Turn that ad blocker off, and then Hulu would work, right?
Hulu will be fun.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, it's back on. You've got 22 minutes and 33 seconds left on the clock for you.
22:33, you said?
22:33.
Why don't you click the timer so you've got the opposite direction?
Oh, okay. 1 minute and 53 seconds. I didn't know that worked like that. Okay.
Okay, I got that too.
Okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, what's the persona?
I'll let you guess.
Now, what are we guessing here?
The dog, in Persona 3 FPS that uses a persona. What is his persona?
The dogs are usually depicted as hunters. I'm gonna guess it's the huntress.
Nope.
I can't remember her name. She's a god or a goddess.
Artemis? If you're talking about Artemis, no. I don't think Artemis has made an appearance on a Persona game. No, that's what she has.
Okay. Is it a
But
female?
no, but it is Greek. So you're on the right track.
Give me some details about that specific.
Any detail I give you would kind of give it away.
Is it really that?
Okay. This persona has appeared in Hercules.
Oh, Jesus. Wait, which Hercules? Are we talking about the cartoon?
Yes, the Disney movie / cartoon.
Why do I have a funny feeling I know what it is, but I'm not going to say because I kind of want Clock to flounder for a little bit on this?
Dogs are fast.
Because I have a funny feeling he's just overcomplicating it.
Wait, no. It wouldn't be Gaia.
Nope. It's not a Titan.
It wouldn't be Kronos. Would it happen to be one of my favorite gods?
Nope.
It's not.
Nope.
This is probably more fun than watching the show, actually.
Okay, this persona appeared prominently in Hercules.
Hades?
No. Close, but no.
Hercules?
Nope.
Is it one of the two weird little creatures?
Nope.
God.
Give me another hint.
Okay, it is a monster from Hercules.
Oh, it's the Cerberus.
Yes. Good Christ, it took you forever to get them there.
I swear you danced all around that one, Glock.
I really did.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
The dog who can use a persona uses a persona that's also a dog.
I feel stupid.
Honestly, as long as it took you, you should.
I mean, I should know this because the Cerberus is actually one of my favorite mythological creatures, other than the Hydra.
Alright, we'll get back to Blue Exorcist.
Okay, let's get back to the Satan show.
Okay.
Starting up in 3, 2, 1, go.
The Devil Resides in Human Souls, Episode 1. You know, I have to question, what is Satan thinking? His son is in a church?
I don't... He's not one to probably give a shit.
And now they're fighting because he met a hot chick?
Logic does not exist here, I guess.
Okay. What's with your glasses, dude?
They must overemphasize he's a preacher. I mean, the whole collar and suit aren't enough. No, he's got to have the glasses with the crosses on it.
But he's in a monastery, that should be obvious.
That's why I said overemphasize. Also, that's technically not the right cross.
Isn't that the cross for the Knights Templar?
No, that's the right cross. Cross.
Oh. But didn't the Knights Templar have the same type of cross?
No, it's a lot more curved and pointed.
Oh, okay.
That cross is a lot more square.
Yeah, you're right.
It's the red cross. Which where Red Cross got their cross from, I don't know. All I know is it's that one.
But it's not red, so it's not Red Cross. Cross.
Red Cross's cross is not
Did
all red.
anybody else notice the cross on the kid's face on the first aid kit?
No.
They are really overemphasizing that it's church.
Yes, in like 8 years when I finally get my doctorate.
But you'll still have to pay, even though you're my brother.
Oh.
See? Cross! Kid's face, first aid kit.
Alright, this is good. Overemphasis of religious symbolism. Doesn't this feel like Evangelion? And now everyone wants to kill me for that comment.
Please don't unsubscribe because of him. Great, now we're killing birds, okay.
Pigeons, actually, I think.
So, satanic ideas within a show. Attempted murder. And animal cruelty. Ow!
Well, they got a serial killer in the making there. If those were the classic
What?
signs. We got a serial killer in the making. If those are your classic signs.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have actually seen the first rebuild Evangelion movie on Toonami when they were in it. I was absolutely bored to fucking tears by it.
I've never seen it.
Some people really, really love Evangelion, and some people really, really fucking hate it. It is like the epitome of a divisive show. In terms of, you can love it or hate it.
Add 90 seconds.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I got like 130 something. Actually, no, I think 120 something. I'm at like 90 now. Yeah, maybe I'm just not watching Evangelion the correct way. But I'm just like, this is boring. This is boring. This is boring. This is also dumb. Like, yes, let's keep the thing that if anything gets in contact with it, we all fucking die. Right under the
Okay.
base.
That made me kind of want to check that show out.
What?
It's called Creature Shop.
Oh,
You know what the Muppets are?
oh, I've seen ads for that. Kind of reminds me of Face Off.
Yeah, Face Off, but with Muppets. Or puppets.
Puppets. Jim Henson's attached to it, so you can say Muppet.
Okay.
Actually, I think they were trying to get a job with Jim Henson, so. Oh. Glock, you've seen the new Star Wars trailer, right?
Yeah.
Tommy, have you?
I don't think so.
Oh, Glock, you remember the soccer ball R2 droid?
Yes.
That's not CGI.
Wait, what?
That's a practical effect.
What?
Yes.
You're kidding.
Nope. They've come out and said that that's a practical effect.
How?
And it's like, I think they've said it's like an RC droid that they work with.
Cool.
640, by the way.
I got 639.
We'll play and pause real quick.
Okay, 640.
Yep, 640.
Picking up from there in 3, 2, 1, go. And I was like, wow. Although I can see it looking back on it, because I'm like, it's not shiny enough for CGI. CGI tends to have this, like, shininess to it. Because sometimes they don't get the lighting quite right with some CGI, so it tends to shine more than it should. Especially in some scenes. Yes, you old fart, that's probably Satan. I don't know at this point.
But he's an exorcist. Why would Satan be an exorcist?
Oh.
Oh, she's the boss. She has to look mean. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She has to be the mean old the mean little old woman.
He gets all of them out, except the last one. And that causes problems. Oop.
Jesus Christ, dude!
His strength is a little too strong. It's like that one scene from Amazing Spider-Man. He also clumsy as fuck.
And for some reason, his boss is always.
And now we're in a Peanuts episode. So he's freakishly strong, and he knows how to cook. Well, we're already adding up characteristics at the moment.
Hmm.
And how does he have a hard time getting a job?
Seriously.
To be honest, he might burn the place down if he does that. So I assume we're setting up all this happiness and joy just to have shit hit the fan and then it all comes crashing.
Well, he's about to lose his job.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, monkeys can disappear at their own whim.
Oh wait, is he gonna get blamed for that? Also add
Yep, add
Yeah.
60-ish seconds, I believe.
12-12 for me. Uh,
Wait,
I've
what?
got 80 seconds left.
Oh, okay. I was about to say you have 1,212 seconds of ads.
Yes.
We're gonna be here all night at that rate.
Yeah, it says I have like 20 ads. And sorry, we're unable to load a message from our sponsors because Hulu's being a douche.
Well, PSN came back up today, I believe.
Finally.
Yeah.
Uh, meanwhile, Xbox has been back up.
Mm-hmm.
I know because I've been able to play Dragon Age Inquisition with my custom save.
Yeah. Who's the dominant console now?
Wii U,
Not
because you didn't
really.
go down Christmas.
Exactly.
Don't help us! That's the commercial I get.
Oh. I keep
Okay.
getting smoking commercials. I think it's trying to tell me I should stop my smoking habit.
You have a smoking habit?
Nope.
I was about to say, you smoke? I never knew
No.
that.
I hate the smell of smoke.
I do too.
So do I. And yet, most of my family smokes. Alright, I'm
Same
ready
here.
for our 12-12.
12, 13.
Oh, well,
You
crap.
don't want me to say mine.
Oh,
I'll go back to 12-13.
okay.
You were at like 12:40, weren't you?
12-16.
Well.
Yeah, my mouse didn't want to cooperate. Alright, let's go.
Ready.
Yeah. 12, 13. Picking up from there in 3, 2, 1, go. I got no more ads.
Same here.
Yay,
Yay.
no more ads.
Of course, by that I mean I didn't have ads to begin with, so.
You'll have them next episode because
Yep.
screw you. I'm waiting for the dad to go. You saw one, didn't you?
Mm.
Told you he was gonna lose his job.
So no one saw the floating scarf he was chasing.
Your dad's an exorcist. I think he'll understand. Considering he deals with it for a living. Or are we just gonna ignore that fact?
Mm.
Did you ever think that maybe she wasn't lying?
Well, at the very least, he believes something is messing with his daughter.
Yeah.
So we're still got like 16 minutes, but we have yet to actually get to the whole like main plot of the damn show.
Yeah.
Notice the cross on his head. Religious emphasis.
Wait, there was a cross on his head?
In the wrinkles.
Oh, fantastic. Show Blixer says, calm down on the religious symbolism, please. Flying kittens?
Flying kitten heads.
No, those had legs on them. And tails.
They do?
Yes. They at least have tails. Uh, not with a scholarship. Alone, he'd be in debt. But a scholarship? No. That's not how scholarships work.
I kind of figured he was the one controlling them.
Well, it didn't help that in an earlier scene they had them swarming around him.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, a sound effect. Aren't you a little short for Astaroth? And where's your axe?
Yeah, he's also the son of Satan, if you missed that part. You're the son of Satan. Wait, the son of a demon? I thought he was the son of Satan.
That's probably a plot twist at some point. Oh, no.
There it is! Okay.
No, we had to build up the dramatic tension.
Oh, there was the
Well,
intro music we were missing.
It is?
I don't know what to think of this show.
Well, we've only seen one episode.
Why do I feel like we went the long way in trying to get to that conclusion there?
Oh. It seemed like you could shorten up the episode a little bit, maybe? Oh. Well, I actually think this is the ending theme, so.
I'd say it is. I just had to make the joke.
And they're dancing on the screen? Okay.
Clock, that's normal.
Okay.
You should see Tokyuger's episode this week. They literally had the band that performed Tokyuger's opening up here in the show as themselves, playing the theme song for Tokyuger. For a clip show, I think.
That's great.
And Akira, the Sixth Ranger, bust out it into a harmonica solo.
Well, the show involves a sword of some kind.
Yes, the fucking, like, thing that's in there, and hey, I got the trivia now. You know what? I want to go action.
Hey, I got the trivia.
What? What was it?
Select a
6 wins.
genre.
Ah, okay.
Sci-fi. What series of 6 numbers from Lost were cursed, creepy, and downright contagious? If you got them tattooed, no peeking.
Spaghetti Western.
I don't know this one.
What?
What series of 6 numbers from Lost were cursed, creepy, and downright contagious?
I have no idea.
I haven't watched Lost.
Neither have I.
I kept refreshing until it gave me the trivia.
Oh, while you're going through that, I'm
Stay
going to go
with
through another
us.
one.
On Heroes, KTO, played by George Takei, drives a car with a license plate that bears the same serial number as a spaceship once manned by Hikaru Sulu. Who the frick are these people? I should have picked comedy. It was probably C. It was C.
Oh.
Okay. We defy you to identify where the town Defiance on the show Defiance is located. Defiance, Ohio? No, that'd be too easy. Do y'all know anything about Defiance?
What's the question?
Where is the town Defiance on the show Defiance located? Providence, Malibu, St. Louis, or Defiance, Ohio?
St. Louis.
Yay! Thank you. I got one correct. Okay. Alright, let's see. Touch is spooky, suspenseful, and its plot is centered on a secretive sequence of numbers called the God Sequence? Yep. Okay. I don't know what that show is, so.
I was about to say, you're going to have to read out the title and read out the answers for me to take a guess. Because I got nothing.
You got 2 out of 4 correct.
That's 1 out of 4 better than me.
Oh,
Of course,
crap.
I guessed. I don't try.
Crap, hold on. When Mindy Kaling isn't writing and producing her eponymous show, The Mindy Project, she also stars in the show as successful Dr. Mindy Lahiri. What kind of MD
OBGYN.
is she? Huh?
OBGYN, I got the same question.
They're not creative with trying to give different questions in there.
Stuart, what are you doing here? At the end of each scene, the SNL
Oh
sketch.
god, it's the same sequence of questions.
What's the answer?
Mirrors. Mirrors, Colbert Report, and I forgot the 4th one. I didn't check the 4th one.
I forgot the 4th one.
It might be Modern Family.
Yeah, because that was the only one I wound up getting right when I guessed.
Oh.
Modern
Wonder-
Family?
Yes.
Yes.
Hey, I got 4 out of 4!
Only because we both wound up remembering it.
Yeah.
Okay. Ready when y'all are.
Alright, picking up with episode 2 of Blue Exorcist in 3, 2, 1, go.
Aniplex.
At least we don't have ads this time.
Yay! If only we could get trivia all the time.
I think if you keep refreshing, you can wind up forcing it into trivia. Because that's what I did that last time there.
Mm.
About the 3rd refresh, it was like, okay, fine, we'll give you trivia.
Okay, this needs to stop. Jesus fucking Christ.
I swear
We
this-
get it!
I swear if this keeps going, it would be like, okay, never mind. I'm done with the show.
Yes.
Because it's like, okay, I understand. They're there. They're going to be there.
What are gonna be there?
All the fucking religious symbolism. Jesus fucking Christ. We get it! You don't have to name everything with a cross.
That's not a ghoul. Have you ever played? I'm gonna shut up now. I was gonna bring up Fallout.
Yes,
More
the
religious
Holy Grail.
symbolism. Do
Well, I
what?
don't. Well, I don't mind that. I'm just meaning naming everything with a cross. With cross, is just getting out of fucking hand.
I wonder what the town is called.
What?
I wonder what the town's name is.
Probably something involving cross. Like having holy water, that's fine. But naming everything fucking cross this, cross that, cross this, cross that is getting out of fucking hand. Stop it with the crosses. There are
Oh,
other things that you could use.
oh, there is an opening.
Well, he got hit by a car.
Yes.
Hi, monkey thingies from the first episode.
And a two
And a
tailed.
two-tailed cat.
Okay.
Wait, his ears are pointed.
Now they are.
What? Why are they pointed now?
I guess because he awakened to his power fully. Oh.
Hi, brother exorcist. Don't exorcise me.
He can't. He's not possessed.
He's not possessed, but he's still a demon technically, isn't he?
Half demon.
Yeah.
You can't exercise a half demon. It's either a full demon or not. A full demon or nothing.
I love how he's not questioning any of it.
I was
Moron.
like, aw. I was hoping he'd fall for it, because it'd be like, karma, son.
Yes, keep saying his name. That will make everything better.
I think something repossessed him. Yep, there's the fangs. Well, that was a quick turnaround. Good to see that exorcism works so fucking well. So we're going for a quintuple barrier? Alright. Well, Yes, let's padlock the front gate. That will be the extra security measure we need when we're dealing with spiritual shit. Please tell me it's not a holy padlock. All right. Maybe.
Ow.
It's like, yes, I shall take the devil prince and out. God, why? You want where you're going, jackass? I got evil shit to do, and I ain't got time to be run over by a truck.
The way the light is shining on the glasses reminds me of Full Metal Alchemist.
Reminds me of that one guy from Helsing, or was it Helsing? I don't remember. Was it? It's something that the DBZ abridged, well, Team 4 Star does a bridge version of. I can't remember the name.
I don't know.
So it's protected from everything except the Mack truck.
Yep.
You should have went with the holy padlock. I'm going to assume there's an exit out of there. If not, you've kind of fucked yourself.
A holy lock.
God damn. Then why'd you use that outside?
Alchemy!
And he summons a scarecrow?
A scrap iron scarecrow.
No, there's not enough metal.
Aww.
It's an old-fashioned scarecrow.
A holy shotgun.
There we go. A shotgun.
It's a holy shotgun.
No, it's not holy.
It's gonna make him holy.
Yeah. But no, the gun itself is not holy. The bullets are. It's got silver bullets in it.
Ah!
Although that only works on werewolves, so meh. Maybe it's got bullets that contain holy water.
Holy water bullets.
Yes.
Silver holy water bullets.
Oh, good God. They have crosses carved in them because, fuck it, we're going to keep this going.
Well, a fire-breathing fat man.
No, a fire-breathing, fat, holy man.
A fire-breathing fat priest.
Yes.
Blow his brains out.
Well, he's got to do the chant first so it'll stick. See?
Now blow his brains out. Just to make sure. No double tap? Okay, we're not using zombie rules.
Somebody's being a bit too harsh right now. Deck. Oh, I was about to say, deck him. Wait. One slap lets him be possessed.
He sinned.
Oh.
Oh! I see. We're gonna go that route.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
What did he just do?
To be honest, you don't look any different.
Do what?
He didn't look any different in the reflection.
For God's sake, use the sword!
But we gotta build up the dramatic tension. So we gotta build up to that moment. They're emphasizing this a little too much in the dialogue.
Yep.
Well, I guess we end there.
Okay.
Yes, let's end on just the fact that everything's just hit the fucking fan at this point.
In 2 episodes.
It took 2 episodes for us to get to what you explained. There's only 25 episodes. Bit of a slow burn to get this show set up.
I'm sorry. I still both episodes. It kind of feels like they could have went quicker.
Yeah.
Like they could have still got the same concept behind it, but they could have done in one episode what they did in two.
Yeah.
It just feels like they're trying to prolong.
And when you got 25 episodes, you ain't got time to sit around.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Wait and see how long it takes for us to get to a freaking preview. Oh, wait, there's still more.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, there's like 3.5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's not like we'll get anywhere with that, though.
Was that the same for the last episode?
I don't know. I'm sure that phone is going to act goofy now.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Fucking Willy Wonka!
Aren't we quite, eccentric?
Motherfucker, he's got ice cream on his cane. Eccentric doesn't even hit the iceberg yet.
What the frick?
Uh-huh.
How about I
Okay,
kill you?
that was option 2. Yes, not, no, take care of some demons, or no, continue to protect the world. Nope, just go walk up to Satan and beat the shit out of him.
Oh.
No, we're just gonna shoot big on this one.
He's just a vengeful spirit. No, vengeful spirit now.
Now we get the fucking, oh, god damn it. Fucking crosses everywhere. Well, we got that out of the fucking way. It's like, yes, let's
I
play
don't
the ending
know.
game and still have like a full minute of dialogue left.
I don't know what to think of this show.
We ain't got enough to think about it. We just now got the fucking synopsis you read off. It's like Fate Stay Night all over again. We didn't get enough of that to go fucking anywhere.
It's like what?
Fate Stay Night.
I don't remember that one.
You weren't there for that one.
Oh, okay.
Tommy, you remember that one, right?
I think.
Yeah, we got one like 40-minute episode of that, and I was like, well, I don't know. A lot of shit happened, but we went nowhere fast.
I don't know. I could see where this could potentially be interesting, but I feel like it's moving way too slow, especially for, like you said, if it only has 25 episodes, then dang.
I think it's 25 plus an OVA, which might be like an hour or something. It's like a mini movie.
I mean, that I just feel like it should be progressing a little quicker than that.
Yeah.
I agree.
I don't mind slow burn stuff, but this is moving a little too slow even for me. And I'm a
Isn't
patient
this
kind of guy.
somewhat the same basic concept that Black Butler is kind of going towards?
I don't know that show.
I don't either.
I don't know it very well either, but isn't that somewhat... Isn't it, like, wrapped around the devil and...
You asking the wrong people the wrong questions.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, okay. As far as slow as this show is, I could understand it if it had like around that 50 marker for episodes,
Yeah.
because that might make sense then.
But you got half the episodes and you're moving half as slow as well.
Yeah. It's like, wow, you really don't want to get anywhere fast, do you? I mean, I could see a rider show moving this slow. I really could.
Koga moves this slow. It moves a little slower. It moves a little quicker than that, but it's still got a slow pace to it. Agito moves slow as well.
I could completely be fine with that, because you are expecting they're going to be close to that 50 episode mark. So you're going to be expecting at a certain point in the show it's going to start speeding up a little bit. But when you've got something this short, I'm almost feeling like, okay, we're either one, not going to get to the conclusion you're expecting to get to, or two, we're going to hit a point and we're going to fly through it and then be completely lost.
Yeah.
I don't really like either concept.
Yeah, neither one are feeling it for me either.
I mean, the concept behind it and all of that, yeah, it might interest me, but as slow as it's moving, that's kind of killed it right there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when it comes to the TV series, I know this much. It only has one season, but this was adapted off of a manga, which is apparently going really strong right now.
It is?
Apparently.
Oh. I know it's not one of the main three. 'Cause I think the main three right now are One Piece, Toriko, and Fairy Tail, maybe? Are the main three? I'm not sure.
Okay,
I'm not sure
right
what the Trinity is
now,
right now.
Blue Exorcist is on volume 13.
How many chapters is it?
57, I think.
Oh, that is nowhere close some of the ones I know.
It started in April 5th, 2011.
That's why
The
it's not been going
latest
that long.
volume was released July 4th this year.
Chapters usually come out like weekly or monthly, so
This one's coming out. Yeah, this one's taking months for each, apparently.
like a month.
Oh wait, no, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. Each chapter. No, I don't know.
What's the chapter release date?
Here, you look, because I don't know how exactly to read this.
Because volumes, from what I understand, are more like collections of chapters, so they're not like descriptive of when chapters come out.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's chapters that are not in the volume stuff, so it's coming out on like a weekly or a monthly schedule.
Okay.
Section of like a series that's released this weekly or monthly. So looking at how volumes are released is not the best way to judge how a manga gets released.
Okay.
Because they'll release a volume like after X so many chapters, and that just kind of depends on the series.
But I'll just say this again. The whole reason I brought this thing up is because of the fact that everybody in my school that reads these mangas and stuff, Blue Exorcist is kind of whoa big. I don't know.
Or they were talking about One Piece.
No, it was
You
Blue
need to
Exorcist.
get them fucking cultured.
Do what?
You need to get them fucking cultured.
It was Blue Exorcist. One Piece was one of them, along with Naruto. I still don't understand why that is so big.
It was big for a long. Well, it used to be one of the main three. I think it was at one point the trinity of like major manga titles was One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach. One
Bleach
Piece
is
is the
still
only
big. I know that.
not it, yes, but not as one of the trinity anymore. I think its
What is
sales
the
have
Trinity
declined
now?
now.
I know Fairy Tail is one of the Trinity. I think.
I think it's One Piece, Toriko, and Fairy Tail. I think
What is Toriko?
are the big three. I don't even know. All I know is it involves food, and it's a shonen show like One Piece. It involves food.
Food?
I have no fucking idea.
What is this called?
Toriko?
How do you?
Toroi Kyo? Ko? I was like Kyo. Ko. I think that's how it's spelled.
Toriko. Wiki.
Yeah. I think that's it. I think that's the Trinity. I'm not sure right now what the current Trinity is.
If a plate of food is put in front of me, I won't leave any left, even if it kills me. What the frick is this show about?
Fuck if I know. All I know it's one of the big three. I don't think JoJo's ever.
There's a picture of him holding a steak and drooling.
I will say this: Toriko and One Piece had a crossover. If that means anything on how big it is. In One Piece, I think the only crossover they've done is that and one with DBZ.
He has a full course menu. I. It,
If that tells you
what the
anything of
frick?
how Toriko is perceived, if One Piece does a crossover with you, it means something. Because they don't do a crossover with just anyone.
What the frick is this? There's no time like the present, and any time afterwards is the wrong time.
I
I
forgot the
don't
name.
want to eat it. I will not kill it. If I kill it, I will eat it. That's my rule.
I believe another major manga, I can't remember the name of it right now, but it focuses on two people trying to create their own manga.
A
I forgot the name.
manga about manga creators?
Yes, and apparently it's really good because it gives you a lot of insight into the industry.
Huh.
I forgot the name of it. This is what happens when I don't listen to the podcast I know of that talks a lot about manga. Is I forget shit, and I'm out of the loop hard.
Okay. My anime list, their top mangas of all time, apparently, are a manga called Berserk, a
I
manga called Utsuro no Hako to Zero no Maria,
don't know that one. I know I am aware of Berserk,
Full Metal Alchemist,
of course.
Watashi Tachi no Shiawase na Jikan,
Don't know that.
20th Century Boys,
Don't know that.
Oyasumi Punpun,
Don't know that.
Monster,
Don't know that.
One Piece,
Yeah.
Kingdom,
Is that it?
hang on, Kaze
Wait,
no
wait, no, no,
Tani
no, no.
no,
No, I meant on that title. Is it just Kingdom?
yeah, it's just Kingdom,
Alright, I don't know that.
Slam Dunk,
Don't know that. What was the previous one I interrupted you on?
Kaze no Tani no Nasika,
Don't know that.
GTO.
Don't know that.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 7 Steel Ball Run.
I know that, and that's a part of the entire JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but alright.
Yotsubato.
Don't know that.
Orange.
Don't know that.
Shinyaku Tora Majutsu no Index.
Don't know that.
Vagabond.
Don't know that.
Monogatari series first season.
I'm going to assume that a lot of this shit I don't know is actually not obscure, it's just I'm not in tune with the industry.
Okami to Koshin Ryu. Basically, that is the Japanese name of it was the show we watched about the fox girl.
Oh, fuck, I forgot it.
I forgot the name.
I'd have to pull up the show list. Because I was don't remember it. Didn't help that the 2 episodes we watched didn't get us that far into that show either.
Yeah. Death Note.
I know that one very much.
I don't even understand what it's about.
It's about a guy who has a book that if you write the person's name in it, they die. And you can get very specific with how they die as well. Down
Why
to...
is that a thing?
I think it's one of those... There's a lot of... What's the word I'm looking for? There's a lot of talk about, like, current issues with that sort of thing.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
People really love it.
Chiken no Toko.
Nope.
Fate Zero.
I know that, because we've seen Fate Stay Night. Fate Zero is like the overall franchise name.
Okay, I don't know what that is, but okay. Mushishi.
Fate Zero has Arthur be a female.
What?
Yes.
That's...
There's a... It's... I think it's a very complex show, so it's hard to summarize it. There's a lot to the show, so...
It's interesting. Mushishi.
Don't know that. It's kind of like Dot Hack, where there's a lot to Dot Hack, so it's hard to summarize Dot Hack.
Yeah.
And that's a game. Well, it's not really a game franchise. It's a franchise in of itself that has games and anime and books that are all tied together.
Speaking of games, No Game, No Life.
Don't know that.
Mushoku Tensei Isekai. I'm not saying the full name because I'm tired of saying full Japanese names.
Oh.
Monogatari series.
Nope.
Final and second season. Akira. That sounds familiar.
I know that. Cleveland State had the manga for that. That got made into a movie, and it's like one of those definitive anime movies.
Oh, okay. Tokyo Ghoul.
I think I know that. I think I've heard that name.
And Tatsume Yujinchao.
Don't know what that is either.
Or Natsume. I don't know if I said Natsume or Tatsume.
If
I'm
that's
gonna look for names that I know.
if that's the list, then there's a lot I don't know. Anyway, now that we've like derailed at the end of the show for like 20 minutes.
Again.
Yes.
Oh wait! Hold on. Was that what I think it is?
What in the
Yes,
butt?
it is.
What in the butt?
Shingeki no Kyojin.
That's Attack on Titan.
Yes. I'm happy that someone else knows the Japanese name.
It's hard not to know the Japanese name when all there was the sub for the longest time. They're just now doing the dub.
Yeah.
Hell, They even get their own live-action movie.
They do?
Yes.
Does it look any good?
There's nothing for it yet.
Oh, okay.
Except for... No, wait, no, there's posters for, like, for several characters.
Oh, okay.
Both established characters and new characters for the movie, because the movie's going to be different than the manga in the show.
Okay.
But yeah, you get a look at the characters, and some of the characters have differences because they were going more for the spirit of the character in terms of, can the actor play the character? Yes, then we're going for that, instead of, like, physical appearances. And they even got the creator's blessing on that. Like, Armin's not blonde.
Hmm.
I think he's, like, brunette. But yeah, there's that. I think that's all there is for it. And also, since I follow toys, there's all the Figma stuff. Because Figma's been doing several characters of Attack on Titan. And by several, I mean the main three in... Oh, fuck, what was his name? The main guy who's kind of a dick. Leads his own team. I don't remember his name. We didn't run into him in, like, the 4 episodes we've watched. I don't believe. Fuck, I don't remember his name. Clark, help me out here.
Repeat the question?
Asshole! Doesn't like, Jaeger.
What show?
Attack on Titan.
Oh, balls.
Led his own team for a part of the show.
Ah!
That guy, he's got an Figma.
He's got a what?
He's got an Figma. A figure. That's why I also know Attack on Titan's Japanese name. But anyway, yep. I guess Blue Exorcist gets like tabled in terms of opinions because we got nothing.
I don't know. I don't feel like those 2 episodes did just for it.
Yeah. Oh well. Well, next week, the first of our last 2 regular episodes of TGSR. I forgot a letter there. As we split the final 4 fucking episodes of filler into 2 episodes. Yes, we have one final filler arc, and it's Dice Monsters, because they had the Sheila spinoff game that went fucking nowhere.
Fast.
HeroClix has done more with Yu-Gi-Oh than Dungeon Dice Monsters ever fucking did. Yes, there's Yu-Gi-Oh HeroClix. They exist.
Wow.
I have looked this up. Anyway, that'll be next week. But until then, that'll do it for
Ramp it Epsilon.
Tommy Gun 2442.
Facebreaker 2448 saying good night, everybody. We'll see you on the next probably boring round of the Games and Rift Tracks. Peace out.
As always, you can find the Game and Saloon Rift Tracks on our site at tgstgsr.org. Don't forget to follow us on our social medias, on Twitter by following at TGSaloon, on Facebook at facebook.com/thegaming on Google Plus at google.com/plus tgstgsr.org, and on YouTube at youtube.com/tgsaloon. Till next time.